If you want to give your CV an even better chance of making it to the top of the pile, tailoring it to the specific job that you're applying for is a pretty smart move. However, we all know that manually customizing your CV for each application can be a time-consuming task. But thanks to the power of AI, you can make this process far more efficient. And that's exactly what our next prompt is all about. All you need to do is paste in your current CV along with the job description, and you'll receive practical advice on some simple changes you could make to align your CV with the job requirements. So let's see it in action. So let's paste the prompt in and give it a quick read. You're an HR expert with 20 years experience in the industry. You know what makes a CV really stand out from the rest. Here is some information about a role that I'm interested in applying for. Curly brackets, job description. I want you to give me advice on how I can tailor my curly brackets CV to match this role. Okay, we've got two terms there in curly brackets. These are what computer programmers call variables. That means that what happens is the prompt is going to look to see if any other mention of those curly brackets. And we've got the curly brackets at the end. And that's where we put the information. It means that the prompt is much more easy to edit because you don't have to edit the body of the prompt. You just put your information at the end where the curly brackets are. Okay, you'll see what I do in just a second. Format your response as a table with the first column listing each section of my CV and the second column telling me what actions I can take to make my CV more relevant to the role. Consider sections such as applicant information, education, experience, publications, presentations, awards, professional training, professional affiliations, volunteering skills, and interests/hobbies. Keep your advice short and practical. Be encouraging in your tone. That when you're looking for a job, it's good to have an encouraging tone rather than one that feels as if it's just like getting at you. Right, so we're going to paste in here a job description and the CV. So let's start by pasting in the CV that we have created for our account executive. So here we go. I'm going to paste that in here. Right, now we're going to go back up and we're going to paste in the job description. So I have here a job description that I've created for an account executive for an advertising agency. So this means that it's a slightly different industry. It's no longer working for a design agency, it's working for an advertising agency, but there's sufficient crossover. So let's see how we deal with that. I'm going to paste in the job description right here. So now we have a great big prompt with a lot of information in it. Let's see what ChatGPT makes of this. Okay, so it's immediately given us a table, because we asked for a table, and it's told us what we should do for each section. Applicant information. Include a professional summary at the beginning of your CV, highlighting your passion for account management and desire to excel. Emphasize your honours degree in digital design, experience, highlight your role as junior account manager. So there we go. It's giving us some good advice on what we can do to the CV, just to make sure that it's absolutely bang on for this. But let's actually just say, great, can you update my CV with following your advice? Let's see what it does. Okay, it's going through this, hopefully rewriting the CV with the information that it recommends that we put into the CV. Of course, there's going to be some stuff in here that it can't know. If it's telling us to expand on certain things with more experience or to talk about certain things, if we haven't put that in, it might just make that up. So we have to go back and check. But again, with all of these things, I wouldn't recommend that you take whatever AI spits out and just use it as it is. I would always recommend that you check it and make sure it's exactly what you want. But for me, this is actually pretty useful. And it means that it's going to be far easier for you to tailor your CV for jobs rather than go through this experience of tiresomely reading through the job description and highlighting things and then going, okay, how do I change that in my CV? It's already here. It's already helping you with that, giving you the pointers, telling you what to do, which means that your CV will have a far higher chance of getting the interest of the people who are actually recruiting for this position. As you can see, the AI provides you with some valuable advice on how to tailor your CV to a specific job. It highlights areas where you can make improvements and suggests changes to help you hit the mark. Now, I recommend that you make the changes yourself to ensure the tone and accuracy of your CV remain intact. After all, you know yourself best. However, if you're comfortable with it, you can also ask the AI to make the changes itself, and then you can edit them afterwards to make sure it matches your style and tone. Remember, the goal here is to create a CV that hits the bullseye, rather than one that's just lobbed in the general direction of the role. Think about it from the perspective of a recruiter. Which CV would you be more interested in? The one that shows a clear alignment with the job you're interviewing for, or the generic one that probably worked just as well for a maintenance job in the sewers? I really don't think you need to answer that one.